on the Facebook before we get started with our reading. How are you both doing today?
Good, got up really early.
Very good. Okay, so let's get started. After these short prayers to the special master. Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we are going to do the 7th verse of the 15th chapter, which in total has got 20 verses. So we are inching towards it. That's very nice. And let me share the screen here with you. Okay, can you all read it? See this? Is the font good enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to, I'm going to recite it and then we can all do it one by one later. And so I will go in the order of appearance. We had Sutapa Mataji. I saw her first, although it took her some time to join us on the audio part. Then we have Aruni. We have Sony right now. Yeah. Okay. Mamaivansho jivaloke jivabhutaha sanatanaha manaha shasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati Mamaivansho jivaloke jivabhutaha sanatanaha manaha shasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati Mamaivansho jivaloke jivabhutaha sanatanaha manaha shasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. And now breaking it down. So, ma, mai, vam, sho. That takes care of the first word. Jiva, lo, ke. Jiva, bhutaha, sa, na, ta, naha, ma, naha, shash, tha, nin, tri, ya, ni, pra, kri, ti, stha, ni, kar, sha, ti. So here, breakdown will be pra, kri, ti, stha, ni, kar, sha, ti. Okay. Now let's look at the synonyms to understand the verse better. Mama means man. Eva, certainly. So when you want to emphasize, you're seeing something in Sanskrit, you want to emphasize, you'll find Eva word being used. Eva means certainly. Amshaha. Amshaha means a fragmental particle, a part. Jivaloke, in the world of conditioned life. Right? So it's important to note that we are talking about jivas in this loka, right? Where we are in this material world. So jiva loke, in this world of conditioned life. Jiva bhutaha, the conditioned living entity. Okay, so jiva bhuta is all of us. Conditioned living entity who is conditioned here in this material world to act in a particular way. Depending on what kind of body you are, you will work accordingly. If you are a cow, you will eat grass and you will give milk, right? If you are a human being, you won't eat grass. Sanatanaha, eternal. Manaha, with the mind. Shashthani, the 6. Indriyani, senses. Prakriti, kri, not kra, okay, not kru. It's kri, prakriti, in material nature. Sthani, situated. Karshati is struggling hard. So, karshati, struggling hard. How many of you have done karshati in your life? Only Sutapa?
All the time, eternally.
All of us.
All of us. Okay, good. All right. So, translation. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Okay, so the sixth sense is the mind. And because of the senses, we are struggling in this conditioned life, right? And so this is also a very important verse when you are handling the Mayavadis who say that we are God, right? We're just temporarily, we are in this body. Temporarily, I'm conditioned to think I'm a cow or a pig or a cow or a human being, but I'm really God himself, right? There's no difference between me and my God. And after, after I'm liberating from this material world, I'll go and merge, right? Or I'll just realize that I'm God and I was sleeping in some sort of a dream, right? But here he's saying this word sanatanaha is very important, because here he's saying the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. What that means is that even after you go to Golok Vrindavan, you're not going to merge into Krishna and become one. That's not going to happen. You are eternally fragmental part. But it's not a cause for worry, because once you get out of this material body or conception, and you realize that you are who you are, and you realize your relationship with the Lord, then that is blissful, Satchidanand Vigraha. So we reach that stage ourselves also, that we become blissful. So we don't care whether we are not God. We actually realize the part that we are servants of the God, right? So we are, and the good part, again, the good part here is that Mame Vansho, we are parts of Krishna, which means that if you're parts of Krishna, you get some qualities of Krishna, right? So in that mood, read the verses here. Mame Vansha Jivuloke Jiva Bhutaha Sanatanaha Manaha Shashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Okay, so let's go ahead with Sutapa Mataji going in first. Give me the breakdown here.
Ma me vam sho so
jiva loke jiva bhuta.
Okay, go ahead, Sutapa Mataji.
jiva loke jiva bhuta taha shana tanaha manaha shasthani nindriyani.
Yeah, that neen is that not me.
Yes,
Shasthani Indriyani.
yeah, I was just looking that
Yeah.
terminology.
Yes, good you saw that.
Prakriti sthani karshati.
Karshati, very good. Okay, Arini Mataji, now you can unmute yourself.
Mamai vam sho jiva loke jiva bhuta taha sa na ta naha ma naha shashtha nindriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Very good. So today you had no trouble with the ta.
Because I looked at the Sanskrit beforehand.
Very good. It's ta, right? Tani, not tha or anything. Very nice. Okay. And again, not for you, but for others, that those who look at the Sanskrit here, there's a double matra there. Sama mai, right? I, like that, right? Mai vansho jivaloke. Okay. Who's next? Soni Mataji. Let's go.
Mam, ma, mai, vam, sho, jiva, loke, jiva, bhutaha, sanatanaha, manaha, shashtha, nindriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Very nice. Vashana Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Ma, mai, vam, sho, jiva, lo, लोके जीव भूतः स न त नः म नः षष्ठा निन्द्रियाणि
Neen. Shashthaneen. Yeah. Say neen. Neen.
षष्ठा निन्द्रियाणि प्राकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
Okay. Give me the first word again of the last line.
Of the last line,
First word.
first word, prakriti
Okay. Good.
sthani
Karshati. Okay.
karshati.
Good. All right. Meera Mataji.
Ma may vam so sho jiva loke jiva bhutah sana tana naha manaha shashtha nindri yani prakriti stha nikar shati.
Very nice. Okay. Go back. Let's go. I'll go back. Try one more time again. Starting with Shraddha.
Ma, mai, vam, sho, jiva, loke, jiva, vutaha, shana, tanaha, manaha, shashtha, nindriyani, prakriti, sthani, karshati.
All right. Very good.
Ma mai vam sho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatanaha mana shashtha nindriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Prakri. This is Kri. Prakriti sthani karshati. Okay, so what does Jivaloke mean?
In the world of conditioned life.
Right, where we are living right now. Okay, very nice. And which word tells you that you will always be separated from Krishna?
The fragmental
Right.
amsha.
I'm looking for Sanskrit.
Amsha.
Eternally.
Oh.
Always separated.
Sanatana.
Sanatanaha.
Sanatanaha. Very
Okay.
nice. Right, okay. And which word is telling you about that? The sixth part, right? The sixth, and there's a word there that says six. Which word?
Indriyani.
Shashtha.
Shashtani indriyani.
Shashtani, right? So six, the word six is coming from here. Okay. And which is telling you about the mind? Which word is telling you about the mind?
Manaha.
Okay, very good.
Manaha.
All right. So yeah, keep on keeping these meanings in your head, right? When you're reciting the verses. Soni Mataji.
Ma. I'm sorry. Ma may wa.
Mai. Say mai.
Ma may.
Mai, not may. Not may. Mai.
Ma,
You see how the lips are moving?
yes.
Yeah. Look.
Ma.
Mai.
Ma may.
Mai. Say mai. Look at me. Yeah, look at me, Mataji. Mai.
May.
Mai.
May.
Maya. You say Maya?
Maya.
Maya. Yeah, Maya.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Ma.
Mai Vansho.
Ma
Mai.
may. Vam sho jiva loke jiva
Slowly.
okay. Jiva bhutah sanatanaha manaha shashtha nindriyani prakriti
Kri, kri, kri,
Pa-
kri.
yeah, prakriti stha nikarshati.
Karshati. All right, good. Meera?
Ma, may, vam,
Mai. Mai.
may.
Mai, not
Ma,
me.
may,
See, me, Mai.
may.
Maya.
Va, may,
Yeah.
vam, sho, jiva, loke, jiva, bhutah, sanatanaha, manaha, shashtha,
Shash. Shash.
shashtha,
Tha.
nindriya,
Tha. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Tha.
tha,
Shash tha.
shashtha,
Tha for Thakur. Thakur.
shashtha,
Tha. Yeah.
nindriyani, prakriti stha, nikarshati.
Karshati. Okay.
Shati.
Very good. One more time, starting.
Mataji, I missed my.
Oh, you miss your stuff? I'm so sorry. So I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Who else missed
No
it?
problem, Mataji.
Okay.
No,
Go
only
ahead.
me. Ma, mai, vam, sho, ji, va, lo, ke, ji, va, bhu, tah, sa, na, tan, nah, ma, nah, shash, ta, nin, dri, ya, ni, prakriti, sthani, karshati.
Very nice, right? Mana shash tha. You know, tha. You see, there's a tha here.
Yes,
Tha, Thakur, right?
Shashtani.
Thani. Okay. So going back again to Satapa.
Mataji, breakdown or whole verse?
Breakdown.
Okay. Ma, me, vam, sho, jiva, loke, jiva, bhutah, shanatanaha, manaha, shashtha, nindriyani, prakriti, stha, nika, sthani, karshati.
Karshati. Okay. Aruni Mataji.
Ma mai vam sho jiva loke
Slowly,
ji-
slowly. Slowly,
ji- jiva bhutah sanatanaha manaha shashtha nindriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Okay, very good. Soni?
Ma, may, vam, sho, jiva, loke, jiva, bhutah, sanatanaha, manaha, shashtha, nindriyani, prakriti, sthani, karshati.
Very nice. So, and you all know the difference between N with a dot underneath it, right? So this is na, right? And when there's a dot here, it's ana, right? So when you're pronouncing it, don't make it soft. It's indriyani and not indriyani. You see the difference? Veena and veena. That difference there, because now you're learning how to pronounce the Sanskrit. So let's focus on that part, right? Ana means ana. Unless you can't do it because of cultural background. If you can't do that, that's a different thing. But I just wanted to emphasize that if you're coming from a Hindi speaking area, you should know that this is ana, right? Like that. Okay. Who's next?
Me, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Okay. Ma, may, vam, sho, jiva, loke, jiva, bhutah, sanatanaha, manaha, shashtha, nindriyani, prakriti, prakriti sthani karshati.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Meerataji.
Ma mai vamsho jiva loke jiva bhutaha sanatanaha manaha shashtha nindriyani prakriti shtha nikarshati.
Very nice. Okay, now let's go to the full form. Go for the full form now.
Mami vamsho jiva loke jiva bhutaha sanatanaha manaha shasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati.
All right. So what happened? Was there a difference? Did you notice? Oh, no, did not notice. Did
No,
not notice.
Mataji.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, wherever there's an emphasis, you have to remember that this
Mistake
emphasis
I'm doing.
vam. So it cannot be mame vamso. It's vamso, right? That's why we do the breakdown so that we are careful, right? Okay.
So do we have to do it with the tune or can we do it without?
It's your choice.
Okay, let me just try it without because we're doing it together.
Okay.
Mame vamsho jiva loke.
Vamsho.
Oh, mame vamsho jiva loke jiva bhutaha sanatanaha manaha shasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Right. So one thing you remember, you notice here that while Aruni Mataji was speaking the whole word, she still broke down the word. Which word did she break? Did you notice that?
Shasthani indriyani.
Yeah.
Right? So this is Shasthani Indriyani, right? Mana Shasthani Indriyani. So that's one way of saying it. So, you know, so you break it down, but sometimes while you are doing the words and we're reciting it, sometimes naturally you will break it. So these things come naturally, right? Otherwise, you can also say Mana Shasthani Indriyani. You know, that's also a right way of doing it. So it'll come naturally to you. Don't, you know, don't focus too much on that, right? Okay. Prakriti Sani Indriyani Mamai. I'm looking for a Mamai. A-I. Mamai. Okay, from yeah, give a wholehearted Mamai. Ay-yo. Ay-ya. Okay.
Mamai vamsho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha manha shasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati.
Very nice. I like the Mai. Thank you for that. Okay.
Mamaivansho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatana manashasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Okay. And how do you feel?
Very nice.
Very nice. Did you miss anything? Did others notice anything?
Prakriti?
Prakriti, yes, that's Prakriti. Prakriti, you know, gets her every time. Prakra, it is not prakra. Kriti. Prakriti sani karshati. Yeah, this is known as samskaras. You can't get rid of them. It's so difficult, right? And once you get
I mean, yeah, from the beginning, Mataji,
drashti, not drashti, drashti, not
drishti.
drishti. Yeah, yeah. So once you get into the habits are very difficult to overcome. It's almost like, when you're launching a vehicle out of space, then it requires a lot more fuel so when you're launching a vehicle, the earth is pulling it, right, towards itself, and the rocket has to move out of this attraction and go out with what is known as escape velocity. So in the beginning, the rocket uses about 3 times the fuel, And once it's out of that gravitational pull, then it needs only, 1/3, so 3 times, that's a ratio. So once a habit is formed, it takes a very long time to get out of it. But then always remember that it's like a habit is like a filament. And so if you keep on adding filaments, then like a rope, right? If you see a rope, it's made up of tiny filaments, but the rope is very strong, right? So it takes filament by filament for a strong rope to be formed. And if you want to now break it, filament by filament, you have to break it. So that breaking of the filament is practice, what is known as practice. So that's why I keep on pointing out and saying, no, prakriti, prakriti, prakriti. And one day
That's
you'll
right.
get it. Yeah. It's you're peeling off that,
Ma'am,
those
I'm
filaments.
very conscious, but I'm
I know, I could
conscious,
see
but
that.
it,
And this is very interesting that you said I'm very conscious. And this is what I was saying in my class yesterday also, that it will happen out of you without your control. Because I could see when you were doing the piecewise words, you were very conscious of saying prakriti. But when you went into the full word, it comes. So this is what is nature, second nature. Okay, go ahead. But as long as you're trying, see, this is what it takes. You are trying. I see that efforts. You're trying it, and you're struggling with the habits.
you're this breaking up and pointing out each point. It has helped a lot. We
Yes, I
were
can see
doing
that.
eighth chapter. Mataji, I made it sure that I must read the Sanskrit and the meaning. Sometimes I only do the Sanskrit, but I do Sanskrit more than the meaning. But this time, Mataji, the flow was much better.
The flow is much better, definitely. Yeah, so keep on doing it. And this is to do with our devotional service also. We all have habits, not just you, Varshana. We are all in it together in this. What was that? Jiva loke, Jiva bhutaha. We all are here. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we all are here and we're all struggling. And as long as we keep up the struggle, we will overcome this gravitational pull of bad habits. Okay, Meera Mataji.
Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatanaha upsanatanaha manaha shashtanindriyani
Tani, don't be lazy. Ta.
Shashtanindriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Right. Okay. Another way of reading the full word is like this part. When we are all reading this part, right? You can still be looking at this and reading it, but full. That'll help you because you practiced here, right? Now suddenly you go to an unknown land here where things look different, right? You can continue to look at this here, but now pronounce it. That's why I put the color so that you know that this is one word, and then you pronounce it like that. Okay, one more round, starting with Sutapa.
मामैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
Okay, couple of things to remember. This is not ma, this is ma. So be watchful. Be watchful of where the A has a bar, right? Be watchful of that. And then mana shasthani indriyani. So the tha also, right? Just be careful of that. Okay, let's go to Arunimatji.
Mamevamsho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha manaha shashthani indriyani prakriti-sthani karshati.
Very nice. Soni Mataji.
Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha manah shashthani indriyani prakriti-sthani karshati.
Very good. Varshana Mataji.
Yes, ma'am. Mamevansho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha manashasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati.
Very nice. Okay. Meera Mataji for the close.
ममैवांशो जीवालोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
Karshati. Okay, need a little bit more practice with the ta and the tha. They learn to differentiate between the two of them. Now, all of us together, one more time.
जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
Very nice. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च
patitanam pavanebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.
Gopremanande.
हरे हरे
हरि बोल.
Very nice.
थैंक यू माता जी. हरे
Thank you.
कृष्णा.
Thank you so much,
दंडवत प्रणाम.
Mother.
Thank
Very
you.
good.